Savie, your book has a very, very powerful and moving story of friendship, which in fact brings home the invisible boundaries created by different faiths. So, what is the age group that you were looking at while writing this book? Because I think it caters to everybody, though it is supposed to be a children's book, but it has much more than a children's genre. Yeah.
Right. While writing the book, I had to cater to a particular age group, to keep the voice the voice of that particular age group. So I was looking at 9 onwards, maybe 9 to 16. But after I finished, the book, I realized that, everybody could relate to it. When the book went out into the shop, in the market, readers read it. And I have got reviews from children as well as from their parents.
Absolutely.
And there have been adults who have loved the book, who could relate to the children in the book, who could connect to the child within themselves, and also to what is happening around the world. And as for children, they could relate to the characters, and for them it has even opened up a new world of the 90s. Many times we tend to take a 90s for granted. We think it's not so different than now. But for children now, they feel that it is different. It's quite different, because I've had a mother tell me that, my daughter was surprised that you had just one TV channel. And then this has become a conversation starter between the mother and the child. And there have been adults who've written to me saying that, I could remember my childhood. And even the story is so much relatable to the current scenario as well.
Absolutely right. Savie, your book involves a lot of topics. It involves superstition, faith, religion, food, family, children. So what are you actually trying to tell us through this narrative?
Well, when all the things you listed out, superstition, food, religion, well, the thing is, these are all an integral part of our lives. I guess being an Indian is not easy. It's quite complicated. So we are, exposed to so many things. See, when I wrote the story, I was just writing a story. I have to be in the character's voice, think like the kids, think like the time they lived in. And I guess religion is an integral part of our lives. Food as well. But in the book, you will see there is a lot of diversity. There's a diversity in food that has been shown, diversity in beliefs that has been shown. Well, I could just say that I am just telling a story of 2 Indian kids, or maybe 3 Indian kids.
Indian kids.
Yeah. So it's just a story of the way things are. So I'm not trying to preach anything or, say anything. I'm just showing how diverse we are. And this is nothing new, I guess. We see it all around us. So, that's the point I'm making, that our beauty is in our diversity.
So I would say your book is quite a good package, as we mentioned, that Bachchu Noor, and you can't even ignore Kangaroo in that, and Seema. And they're all kids, they're all innocent souls, yet they're profoundly mature in their conversation. Backdrop is Babri Masjid demolition, as we just mentioned. So your book definitely has a combination of well-defined characters, engaging storyline, and very, very strong message. And it does definitely celebrate the emotions and perspectives of young mind. So how do you react to such beautiful positive reviews that you've been getting on your book? I've been reading, as I just mentioned in the beginning, a lot of very, very good reviews on the book. So what is your reaction on these positive reviews on the book?
First, I give a broad smile. And it makes me very happy.
Yeah.
See, I'm a debut author, and positive reviews mean a great deal to me.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a bit skeptical, the day the book was launched. It was quietly, the clock struck 12 and the book started being available on Amazon. And the next day it was in all stores. And I waited with bated breath, what would people say? And I was surprised that there was such positive reviews and such positive things people had to say about it.
Absolutely.
And being a journalist, I have friends who are book critics as well, and I was more scared of them. But I mean, they've all liked it. Yeah. And it's very encouraging. And I would like to share with that day before, I got a mail from a total stranger, and it was a little girl, a 10th standard girl, who wrote to me from Calcutta, from Kolkata. So she got a book there in a bookshop. She happened to browse the bookshop and she liked the blurb on the book and she picked it up. And she wrote to me, she took the effort of finding my contact and writing to me saying that, that this book is going to be is going to be a precious book to me, and I'm going to hold it close.
How cute.
So, and that was something, which touched me. And a couple of days ago, another young 9-year-old kid from, I guess, from Bangalore. So they had a school project to draw a cover of their favorite book. And she drew the cover of this book. And, she said that this is her favorite book. So all these things have been a lot. Like on Amazon, there are 92 reviews in such a short time. I don't know many of them. And there's been a 10-year-old kid also who's written. And there's a note from the mother saying that this has been written by my 10-year-old kid. And there's another parent who's written that, my 9-year-old daughter loved it. And there are adults writing it that, we could see our childhood in it. This is such a nostalgic trip. So this is very encouraging. It encourages me maybe to think ahead for more books.
Yeah. So what are your future plans? Are you already writing another book, or you would let this, you would want to soak everything in and then go on to your next journey? How's it with you?
Well, I have so many ideas in my mind. In my mind that keeps brimming. I think the main thing for a writer is to decide what to write on. So that's taking a lot of my time, and I guess I'm still kind of enjoying the release of the Nameless God.
So I suppose, yeah. So on your note, since you're the writer, why do you think all the kids should read your book? And I know it has redefined the concept of religion for children. And I agree that invisible boundaries have been created by different faiths. So apart from all that, why do you think children should read your book?
Well, first, they should read because it is fun.
Yeah, it
is. It is fun. It's a lot of humor, and I've tried a lot to be like my 10-year-old self. And I think the kids will enjoy it. And if you've seen, I've been quite simple with the language and all, because my main purpose has been that the book has to reach more people. It should not be daunting. It should not scare anyone. I want more and more people to read it. Well, and apart from that, see, somehow I've seen these days, people are scared to talk of living harmoniously. Like when we were in school, it was such a common thing, your television had things on national integration. You had that Ek Chidiya song going on somewhere. They were all part of a childhood. But somehow now, all this has taken a backstage.
Yeah.
And I guess kids do have friends irrespective of religious beliefs. But I guess the book will help them reconnect to it and see the beauty in the way they are living currently.